Hello guys, how are you? I hope you liked the previous session on the trading terminal, and today we are back with technical analysis 101. So can anyone of you tell me in the chat box what is the technical analysis in simpler terms, okay? In simpler terms. Nakul, Thangavel, can you type in the chat box what do you mean by technical analysis? Okay, I'll tell you. Technical analysis is the study of price and volume. Yes, study of the price action through graphical representation. Okay, through graphs, through pictorial representation. Now there are hundreds and thousands of stocks, and each minute, each day, a lot of noise is happening. A lot of price fluctuations are happening. So how we will study it pictorially? So that is where the 4 points come into play. The OHLC, which is open, high stands for H stands for high, L stands for low, and C stands for close. This is where these 4 points come into picture: open, high, low, and close. And if we take 1 point, suppose now I'm talking for the day, okay? I'm talking about the day. Now market hours are from 9:15 to 3:30. Now the closing price of, suppose, say TCS I will take for the day 1, and for the day 2 again I will take the closing price, for day 3 again I will take the closing price, and when I will plot it I will get a line chart. Okay, this is how you study it pictorially, and through the line chart I can observe that whether the price is going up or whether it is trending, whether it is in the same range or whether it is going down. All right, but that closing point will only tell me that it closed at this particular point. But what happened during the day, it is not visible to me. A picture must speak thousand words, right? But this line chart will only tell me about the trend of the closing prices. Now, if I want to figure out like what happened during the day, like the Jaipur temperature, suppose I take for the 7 days, it is 40 degree, 42, 42, 43, 39, 38, 35, 47. Now I am being concerned about the Jaipur temperature, that okay, it is rising and then it is falling, or it is simply rising, or it is simply falling. But what happened during the day? What was the peak temperature that it reached? What was the lowest temperature that it reached during a single day? That is not visible. Similarly in the line chart. So that is where the candlesticks come into play. Candlesticks have these 4 points: this open, high, low, and close. By using, can you move the cursor a bit? By using these 4 points, we form the candlesticks. Now, suppose a price opened at rupees 500. This is the opening price. The price, the maximum it reached, the maximum price it touched was 550. This is called as the highest price, high. And the lowest point it reached, like it opened at 500 and it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. So at any point of day, the lowest point it touched was 490, and ultimately it closed at somewhere around 535. So how you will form a candlestick out of this? We will join the close and the open. We will join the close and the open and will make a rectangle from these 2 points. And then this upper part of rectangle will touch the highest point, and the lower part of rectangle, the base, will touch the lowest point. This is how the candlestick is formed. Can you guys tell me the color of the candlestick? Can you guys tell me the color of this candlestick? Green candlestick. Yes, green candlestick. Why? Because ultimately, during this up down process of forming a candlestick, ultimately the prices were pushed upwards only, because it opened at 500 and it went to 535. It closed at 535. So ultimately, the prices are pushed upwards. It means that this candlestick is represented by green color. And similar scenario, suppose now the price opened at 535, the highest it reached was 550, the lowest it reached was 490, and it closed at 500. Now we will join the close and the open, and from the upper part we will uh, make a line out of it, and we will touch the base of the rectangle with the lower part. Now tell me the color of the candlestick. Pardon my drawing, okay. Now tell me the color of the candlestick. What is the color of the candlestick? Is it still green, or the color has now changed? Red. It is now red, because it opened at 535 and ultimately the prices were pushed down and it closed at a lower price of 500. So this is how a green candlestick is formed. This is how the red candlestick is formed. Okay. This is also known as bullish candlestick, and it is also the bearish candlestick. Bull means the prices were pushed upwards. Bear means the prices were pushed downwards. Now, answer me this. Suppose this is the third type of candlestick. It opened at 500, it closed at 520, and the lowest point it reached was 490. What is the highest price? What is the high of this candlestick? This is the closing price, this is the opening price, this is the lowest price. What is the highest price of this candlestick? Where is the H point? Where should I mark it? Can anyone tell in the chat box? Where should I mark the high? Above 520. But this is the candlestick, okay? This is the candlestick that we have. Now tell me, where is the highest point? Not above 520. 520 is the highest point. 520 is the closing price as well as the highest point, because there is no upper wick. There is no upper line. This is called as wick technically. There is no upper wick over here, which means that when the prices were pushed upwards, they closed at the highest point only. That is why there is no upper wick over here. These are called as wicks, and this, the contained range between open and close, is called as body. So if I say there is no upper wick, it means that the prices are already closed at the highest point. There is no upper price rejection. अपर विक कब बनेगी? जब ऊपर एक प्राइस ऐसा होगा जहां पर कैंडलस्टिक ने, जहां पर स्टॉक ने उस दिन टच किया होगा, बट इट कुड नॉट सस्टेन, तो वो नीचे आके कहीं बंद हो गया. बट जहां जहां पे प्राइस ऊपर मूव होता गया और एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट क्लोज्ड एट द हाईएस्ट प्राइस ओनली, so then there will be no upper wick. Now tell me, in which case there will be no lower wick? In case of green candle, suppose in this there is no lowest price. So the 500 is the opening price as well and the lowest price as well. Okay. Now, in case of red candle, if there is no lower wick, then it means that the 500 is the closing price as well as the lowest price. Yes, lowest equal to opening in case of green candle and lowest equal to closing in case of red candle if there is no lower wicks. Is it clear till now? Can you please type in yes if it is clear? Rakshita, Nakul, can you please type in yes if it is clear? Otherwise, we will spend some more time in this. Okay, Nakul says it is clear. Rakshita says it is clear. Okay, because in case of green candle, the open prices are at the bottom. So if there is no lowest price, if there is no lower wick, it means that the lowest price and the open price are parallel. They are collapsing. They are one. Okay, and in case of red candlestick, the base price is the close price, right? Because red candlestick means it opened at a higher level and closed at a lower level. Now, if there is no any lower wick, it means that the lowest price and the closing price are collapsing, are parallel. Okay, so this is how it works. Simple as that. Now, you don't have even to remember this. Okay, this is just the story of a candlestick. Now, this is now tell me one thing. This is 500. This is 5. This is 490. This point. This point is 520 over here. This is the opening price. This is the closing price. Now you have to tell me the color of the candlestick and also the highest price of the candlestick, the highest point it touched. What is the color of the candlestick? Green. Are you sure? Red. And what is the highest price it touched? High equal to 520. The opening price is the highest price. Simple as that. And in case of green candle, if there is no upper wick, then the closing price is the highest price. Okay, this is how the candlestick gets formed. I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear, right? Can we proceed further? Nakul, Rakshita, Thangavel, can we proceed further if this is clear? Yes, okay. Now, there are few types of candlestick that I will tell you. The same, I will tell you about the green candlesticks. The same scenario, if reversed, goes for the red candlesticks as well. Okay. Now there is this candlestick. This is the opening price of, let's say, 750, and this is the closing price, let's say 850. Now there is no lower wick and now there is no upper wick. This candle is green in color. This is the opening price for sure. This is the closing price for sure. This candle is known as Marubozu candle. Marubozu candlestick. This candle has a lot of bullish strength. Why? Don't remember it. Just follow the story of the candlestick. See, when I will see this candle, some people will see this green candle without wicks. But the technical analyst will see this candle as it opened at 750 and it didn't go below the opening price even an inch, and then it moved up, and there was no point where the price got any kind of rejection because it gets closed at the highest price point. So that is why this candle has a lot of bullish strength. काफी बड़ा बुल मोमेंटम है इस कैंडल के साथ एसोसिएटेड बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ बायर्स आर इंटरेस्टेड एंड it, like, for sure definitely surpasses the selling interest. The buying interest that is reflected by this candle is a lot greater than the selling interest, than the selling intent, because when the price gets opened, there is, like, the price opened and it didn't went below the opening price even an inch and is continuously moving up. There might be some up and downs in between the body, but ultimately what happened, the highest price it went, it closed there also. So start में उसके पास एक अच्छा मोमेंटम था और खत्म होते होते भी उसके पास एक अच्छा मोमेंटम था. So that is why this candle has a lot of bullish strength. Now there comes another candle. This candle, which has a good, okay. Now there comes another candle which has a good green body and smaller wicks. This has also a lot of bullish strength because the body is the height of the body is much greater than the length of the wicks. This is called, there is no name assigned to it. This is just, you can in layman terms call it as a good body green candle. That's it. Good body green candle. It also has a lot of bullish strength. Why? Because when the prices are opened at this point, it went down a bit, but then the prices were constantly pushed upwards. And after a point, certain point it reached, it got some rejection, but it didn't go far beyond this because the length is very small as compared to the body. When the price got rejected at this price point, the price got rejected and it went down, but still the sellers could not eat up the whole body. और काफी ज्यादा बॉडी हमारे पास बची हुई है अभी भी कैंडलस्टिक की, so there are very smaller wicks over here. So this is also a good body green candlestick which has a great bullish strength. Can you tell me, according to the story that I told you, which is the exactly the story, which is exactly the logic behind the formation of these candlesticks, can you guys tell me which one of them has greater bullish strength? Marubozu candle or the good body green candle? If you want to arrange them in the order, which one of them has a higher bullish strength compared to each other? Is it the Marubozu or is it the good body green candle? Marubozu candle for sure, because there is no price rejection. There is no price rejection. Yes, great. Now, there is one more candlestick which has, now similarly, if this thing happens in the red candle, similarly they have a good bearish strength. Okay. Now there is one candle called as hammer. This thing. Now, this is the opening price 500, this is the closing price 510, and this is the lowest price of 460. Now tell me, is this candle a bull or a bear? What does it represents? The bullish strength or it represents the bearish strength? Bull strength. Bull strength. Because when it opened at 500, it went down till 460. So there was a lot of selling pressure over here. There was a lot of selling pressure over. What is the story behind it? This is the lowest point to reach. When it was at 500, it opened. There was a lot of selling pressure down here, but still, the sellers could not retain this price point, and then the prices were pushed back upwards, 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 and it also crossed the opening price and closed above it at 510. Okay. But at each point there if there are sellers, obviously sell kisko karenge, buyers ko sell karenge, so there are buyers also, but there were the higher number of people who were interested in selling, so that is why prices went downwards, down, 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 and they reached at this point of 460. But if there the selling pressure continues to do so, so it would have been closed around 460 or even below it. But then at this particular price point, a lot of buyers find it cheap and they got interested into it, they hop on into it, and the pressure was reversed because as we can see that it closed at 510. So this has a good bullish strength. This is called as the hammer. So the color of this candlestick is green, but even if it is red, it does not matter in case of hammer candlestick, because what matters is the longer wick. Because even if it closed at suppose say 498, if it would have been closed at 498, then the color of the candlestick would have been red, क्योंकि ओपन हुआ 500 पर, बंद हुआ 498 पर, तो कलर ऑफ द कैंडलस्टिक वहां पर रेड होता. लेकिन स्टोरी सिमिलर रहती कि प्राइस इतना ज्यादा नीचे गया, बट स्टिल इस पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पॉइंट पे बुल्स एंटर हुए, बायर्स एंटर हुए और काफी हद तक सारा का सारा प्राइस खींच करके ऊपर ले गए. काफी बड़ी रिजेक्शन मिली यहां पर सेलर्स को. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ बुलिश कैंडलस्टिक. Is it clear, guys? Can you please type in the yes? Can you please type in yes in the chat box? Rakshita, Nakul, Pankaj has typed in yes. Great. Thank you so much. Rakshita, is it clear? Do you have any doubt? Feel free to ask. Nakul, you as well. Pankaj, you as well. All right. Okay. So now we discussed about hammer candlestick. We discussed about Marubozu, the good body green candlestick. Now there is one more candlestick which is called as, okay, we will discuss doji after the session. Not after the session, after a while. Okay. Now they are the single candlestick patterns because there is only one candlestick involved in it. It does not have a lot of confluence, a lot of conviction in it, okay, because it is just a single body involved. But now if we could arrive at multiple candlestick pattern, then we can have 2 to 3 candlesticks combinedly forming one pattern, then that has a lot more conviction than the single candlestick. क्योंकि obviously जहां पर 2 candlestick involve हुए हैं, वहां पर 2 stories involve हुए हैं, वहां पर 2 convictions involve हुए हैं, वहां पर ज्यादा डिटेल्ड प्राइस एक्शन हमें देखने को मिल सकता है. Now, suppose the prices are falling downwards, and if they're falling downwards, then there will be a lot of red candles, and at a particular price point this red candle gets formed. After this huge green candle gets formed, which could be either Marubozu or a good body green candlestick. Now both the good body green candlestick and the Marubozu means that this has a lot of bullish strength. But see now what happens. If we combinedly see this pattern, what story it tells us, what kind of analysis we can form over here, that the prices were pushing downwards, sellers were pushing the prices downwards, and there was a point where this huge green candlestick was made, which ate up the whole body of the previous candlestick. This is called as bullish engulfing pattern. This is called as bullish engulfing pattern because it now does not surround only the good body green candlestick or the Marubozu. It is also telling us that this green body has eaten up the previous red body candlestick. वो उसके यहाँ पर जहां पर वो बंद हुआ ग्रीन बॉडी रेड बॉडी कैंडलस्टिक, उसके नीचे से वो ओपन हुआ, उसके नीचे ओपन हुआ और फिर भी सारी की सारी बॉडी वो खा करके उसके ऊपर बंद हो गया. It opened at a price point below the close of the previous red candle, and then it gained the momentum and it ate up the whole red body of the previous candlestick and closed above it. So if we see this candle individually, it is a Marubozu or a good body green candle, we are saying okay, it has a good bullish strength. But if you just could see the previous red body green candle and have a conviction within yourself that this green body candlestick has eaten up the whole red body behind it, then it is called as a multiple candlestick pattern, and it is more convincing and has more substance to it. This is called as the bullish engulfing pattern. So what will you prefer? A Marubozu candlestick or a Marubozu candlestick eating the whole red body behind it? What will you prefer? Marubozu candlestick तो नॉर्मल भी बनती है, Marubozu candlestick यहां पर भी बनी है. But what differentiates it from the previous one was that now this green body candlestick, this Marubozu candlestick is eating the whole red body behind it. कि जो भी pressure create हुआ था वो सारा का सारा pressure, that whole pressure has been absorbed. So this is the bullish engulfing pattern. Now there is a second pattern as well. If the prices are moving downwards, this made the green candle, and now there is a good body green candle, but it could not eat up the whole red body, but has pierced through more than 50% of this red body. This is called as the bullish piercing candlestick pattern. Bullish piercing candlestick pattern, because now this green body is a good body green candlestick. It could be a Marubozu as well. So individually, it is telling us that the candle has a good bullish strength. But to have a more substance in it, what other analysis it is telling to us that this green candle body, this green body candlestick has eaten up more than 50% of the previous red body candlestick. So this is called as bullish piercing multiple candlestick pattern. So out of these two, tell me the candlestick pattern which you find more bullish comparatively. They both are bullish. They both are bullish candlestick pattern. Okay, they both are bullish multiple candlestick pattern. Okay. Yes, exactly, engulfing. Because see, if we talk about the individual candlesticks, there is no difference. Okay, if we talk about the individual candlesticks, there is no difference over here because these candlesticks represent some bullish strength in it. But if we talk about the just previous candlestick, one has absorbed all the bear pressure and one has managed to absorb 50% bear pressure. So both are bullish, but the engulfing pattern is considerably more bullish. However, is this as strong as the engulfing pattern? Sometimes this pattern works and engulfing does not work. But according to the analysis, yes, the engulfing pattern is more strong. What was the question? As strong as engulfing pattern? No, it is not as strong as engulfing pattern. Okay, it is strong. It is strong than normal Marubozu candlestick. It is strong than normal good body green candlestick. It is stronger than hammer, but no, it is not stronger than the engulfing pattern because simpler. जो वहां पर सप्लाई क्रिएट हुई थी वो सारी की सारी यहाँ पर अब्सॉर्ब हो गई है इंगल्फिंग पैटर्न में और यहाँ पर उतनी सप्लाई अभी अब्सॉर्ब नहीं हुई है. दैट इज अ सिंपल analysis and that is a true analysis also. Now they both are the multiple candlestick pattern. Now one more thing. अब यहाँ पर सिमिलर पैटर्न्स अगर हमें मारुबुजू ग्रीन बॉडी कैंडलस्टिक या फिर हैमर के साथ मिलते हैं तो भी वो सिमिलर मल्टीपल कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न फॉर्म करते हैं. Now one more thing. Now there is one single candlestick pattern that is called as doji, which we didn't discuss. Doji looks something like this. Now this is indecisive candlestick. Now this is indecisive candlestick because it has a very small body. It does not matter that if it has the red body or the green body because it has just few points in it. बहुत ही कम points होंगे इसके अंदर. So it does not matter whether it is the green body or the red body. What matters is that it has huge wicks and a very small body over here. That is, when the prices went down, it could not sustain and the prices were pushed back upwards. When the prices were pushed upwards, it still could not sustain and the prices were pushed back downwards and it closed at a price point similar to the opening price. So this candlestick is called as indecisive candlestick. Now, अब इसको अकेले को देख करके कुछ नहीं हो सकता. But when you combine it with the multiple candlestick patterns, it creates sometime magic. See how. Now the market is falling. Now you see a doji over here. Now you see a doji over here. Now when the market was falling, who had the more strength? Was it the bulls or the bears? Bears. Okay, so I think, all right, no worries. So I will write over here, bulls, bears. So who had the more strength, bulls or the bears? Bears. So 1.2 bears and 0.2 bulls. Now this candlestick happens. Now in this candlestick, who have more strength, bulls or the bears? Bulls? No. Don't now don't consider this trend, okay? Just consider this candlestick. Individually, this candlestick what represents? Any bullish strength, any bearish strength, or indecision. So now 0.2 bulls and 0.2 bears. Is there any change in the momentum of bulls? Is there any change in the momentum of bulls? No, right? Earlier they were not having any momentum. Even now they are not having any momentum. in this candlestick particularly. But there is a loss of momentum in the bearish strength. So the loss of bearish strength could be an indication of an upcoming bullish strength, but which is now not yet confirmed. But after this candlestick, after this doji candlestick, you find a good hammer candlestick, you find a good green body candlestick, you find a good green marubozu candlestick, then we can say that okay, it is likely to reverse and likely to gain the bullish momentum. It is likely to rally up. होगा नहीं पता, but it is likely that it has a future potential of rallying up. So this multiple candlestick pattern, it does not have a name. We will just call it as a doji multiple candlestick pattern. Doji multiple candlestick pattern. Is the patterns clear, guys? Are the patterns clear? Are the patterns clear? Pankaj, Rakshida, Nakul. Pankaj says yes, Nakul says yes. Okay, all right, okay. Now, when I see a good Marubozu candlestick, I have a conviction, one conviction that okay, that the market might be going up, but I am a little bit dicey. Then I see a multiple candlestick pattern. Okay, this is a Marubozu candlestick, but it is engulfing the whole previous body of the red body candlestick. Then I have two convictions now. I have two like confluences now. My two convictions are confluencing at a point. Now I am a bit more confident in my trade. But still, I need a third conviction, which is the most important one, which is called as the support and the resistance levels, because they are the actual levels which define whether there is a demand or not. Okay. Now, suppose there is a person named Preetham. Okay. Now, Preetham is not studious at all, and uh, Preetham does not like to study at all. Okay. Now he scores 50 marks in exam. All right, 50 marks in exam, and he feels a bit bad. Okay, his friends scored more than him, and his parents scolded him, teachers scolded him. He gets a bit of motivation, and his marks grew to 70 in the next sem or in the next unit test. Now he again becomes overconfident because he's very volatile person. He again become very overconfident over here, that okay, that I have scored 70 marks over here, and now I'm the I'm god of everyone, so I will not study and everything is very achievable for me. And his marks again fell down to 50. Now at this point he again feels motivated कि यार ये क्या हो गया मेरे साथ, मुझे तो ऐसा नहीं होना. Now he's again urged to score some good marks again, gets the best out of him, and he again scores 70 marks. Now, as a elder brother of Preetham, as a parent of Preetham, consider what kind of conversation would have been going on inside their minds. Whenever his marks would have reached 50, their parents would converse with each other कि देखना, इसके मार्क्स 50 आए ना, यहाँ पर इसका मोटिवेशन अप होगा, पक्की बात है. Now he will get motivated and will score good marks. And whenever his marks would reach 70, now his parents would be scared that oh my god, like what would happen if he would just take it as a joke, or if it would not so like what would happen if he would take it the similar way as he has done before. Like whenever he has scored 70 marks, he becomes overconfident, and then he scores less marks. His performance graph just comes down. So this is the fear that will be going inside the minds of his parents or his mentors. Okay. So this range of marks is providing resistance, and this range of marks is providing support. Whenever I'm repeating it again, whenever marks are reaching 50, as a mentor of Preetham, I will be motivated that it has happened now, but it will not happen again, and his confidence will be now up. He will be more boosted, and he will score some good marks. He will realize his mistakes, and he will now score good marks. And whenever his marks reach 70, now as his mentor I will be scared that he will not take it seriously, and he will be again very overconfident and his performance graph will come down. So this range of marks is providing resistance and this is providing the support. Now, if he is motivated at this point also, he can have the momentum and break this resistance, which is called, and score 90 marks, which is called as the breakout. Or he can lose the momentum as well and shatter all the hopes and goes down to 25 marks. This is called as the breakdown. This is the concept of support and resistance. Okay. So if we transfer the same analogy to the stock market, when the prices are falling down, there comes a particular price point where the supply prices are falling down. There comes a particular price point where the retail participants, or not just retail participants, each and every stock market participant finds this stock as cheap and shows their interest in it. So what happens? Demand now becomes greater than supply, and when demand is greater than supply, the prices shoot up. The prices shoot up, and some people book their profits. And when the prices again come down to this level, and suppose now the demand is not yet absorbed, demand is still higher than the supply, then the prices will again shoot up. The prices will again shoot up. Okay. And now at this particular point, a lot of people with huge profits who entered the rally over here or here would have booked their profits, or yahan par jo hai, and due to the booking of the profits, and many people will find it expensive, so people won't be interested into it, so demand will be less, and these profit bookings will create a supply pressure also. Now the supply is greater than demand. Profit booking का मतलब है कि अब जिन्होंने खरीदा हुआ है, काफी प्रॉफिट आ रहा है, वो बेचना भी चाहेंगे, जिससे कारण सप्लाई ज्यादा होगी। एंड ऑल्सो अगर ये स्टॉक जब बहुत बढ़ जाएगा तो कुछ लोगों को वहां पर एक्सपेंसिव भी लगेगा खरीदना। तो सप्लाई इज नाउ ग्रेटर देन द डिमांड, सो many people will find it expensive to enter into this trade this late, so the supply will be greater than the demand, and when supply is greater than demand, the prices will come down, and if the supply is still not absorbed, the prices will again come down, and this will act as a resistance level. Now, again, there will come a point where the whole supply gets absorbed. I will make it a bit smaller. Okay, I'll make it a bit smaller so that you guys can view. Supply greater than demand, supply greater than demand. And there will come a point where the whole supplying pressure is now absorbed, because people, the stock is not falling as much, and people are interested in it because the stock is trading at a higher price level than before, and it has not fallen much as well. So people who book the profits in this short rally will again enter when it comes to this point, or in like at this point or in this range, and the people who missed this rally will also enter into it, and there will be a good decent amount of demand over here, and if the supply gets absorbed, this level will be a breakout level, and now here the demand is greater than supply, and when it will again reach this level, if the demand has not absorbed completely, demand is still greater than supply, which means that the earlier which it was resistance has now turned to support. Is there any indicator to predict the supply and demand gap? The support and resistance itself will predict that whether there is a supply or a demand. Okay, so अगर ये पता लग जाए कि अभी स्टॉक की में बहुत ज्यादा डिमांड है या कुछ है, तो फिर तो बहुत चीजें आसान हो जाएंगी। वो आपको सपोर्ट से प्रिडिक्ट करना पड़ेगा that people are finding it cheap and interesting in it and are interested in it. और there is another thing as also called as deliverable volume as well. Deliverable volume का मतलब ये होता है, अगर आप किसी भी स्टॉक के उसमें जाते हैं, आपको उसकी डिलीवरेबल वॉल्यूम दिखाई देती है, विच मीन्स दैट अगर स्टॉक ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है एंड देयर इज हायर डिलीवरेबल वॉल्यूम, विच मीन्स that more people are interested in taking this stock for more than one day. They are not taking it as a position, they are taking it as a holding. स्टॉक ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है और ज्यादा मोर नंबर ऑफ पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड इन बाइंग इट फॉर मोर देन वन डे, और स्टॉक ऊपर जा रहा है, लोग फिर भी नहीं छोड़ रहे, इसका मतलब क्या है, वो ट्रेंड एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कंटिन्यू होने का। तो वहां से भी थोड़ा पता लग सकता है हमें। और बाकी द मेन थिंग इज द प्राइस एक्शन इज द किंग, देयर इज नथिंग दैट कैन सरपास द प्राइस एक्शन, सो यू हैव टू फिगर आउट द सपोर्ट एंड द डिमांड लेवल्स। Support and demand means, support and resistance level, demand and supply zones. These are also called as the demand and supply zones. Okay. Now there is no any fixed thing that it will take two rebuttals, like it will come down to a point, it will come down to this point, it will go up, it will again come down to this point, and then it will straight go up. It cannot come thrice. No, it can come thrice as well. Okay. As long as there is demand pressure not being absorbed, it will come to this point and the prices will shoot up for sure. Okay. Now, if it comes at this point and the demand is now absorbed, it can also become a breakdown. तो हमेशा सपोर्ट की रिस्पेक्ट होगी या हमेशा रेजिस्टेंस की रिस्पेक्ट होगी, ऐसा नहीं कह रहा मैं, लेकिन अगर उस लेवल पे अभी तक पूरी तरीके से डिमांड अब्सॉर्ब नहीं हुई होगी, द डिमांड इज स्टिल देयर ग्रेटर देन सप्लाई, देन ऑब्वियसली इट विल एक्ट एज अ सपोर्ट. If at the resistance level the supply is greater than the demand, obviously it will act as a resistance level. तो फायदा क्या हुआ? फायदा ये हुआ that it becomes a proper observable point that when the stock price is reaching at the support level, then there is a need to keep an keen eye. There is a need to keep an eye on the level, that what it is doing. If at this support level you find a good green candle, then it means that it has more likely taken the support, that the demand is still there, and you can enter in this rally. You can be a part of this rally. तो सपोर्ट पर आया है, इट हैज कम टू द सपोर्ट लेवल, इट डज नॉट नेसेसरली मीन दैट इट विल रिस्पेक्ट द सपोर्ट लेवल. What it means that now there is a need to keep a close eye on the stock and observe what is doing. वो आया है, what will happen is not anyone of our business, it is none of our business, but it has come down to this level, and now what will happen, and then if we want to exit, if we want to enter or not, then it is our call. Okay. It has come down to a support level, now what will happen, we cannot predict, but what will actually happen after that we can put our trades. ये चीज समझ में आई आप लोगों को? Okay. It is now coming to a support level. It does not necessarily mean that it will go up. It has the higher chances, the more likely chances to be going up, but there is still need to be observant about it. सीधी सी बात यहां पर यह है कि अगर आप किसी चीज को एक्सपेक्ट करते हो that it is expected to go up and it actually does go up, तो वहां पर हमारा कन्विक्शन बहुत बढ़ जाता है. राइट और रॉन्ग? Yes or no? Right. So if one thing is expected to provide the support to the prices, it does not necessarily mean that it will provide the support to the prices. But if it does, then our conviction gets stronger. So ये फायदा है सपोर्ट का. Is it clear? Akhil, Nakul, I want answers from everybody of you. Rakshit, Pankaj Kumar. Okay, Rakshita says yes, Pankaj says yes. Okay. Now, okay. Now I have three convictions. First is the support level. Similar support and the green candlestick, similar with the resistance and the red candlesticks. Okay. तो पूरा का पूरा overlap हो जाएगा if I'm talking about the bearish. Second one is the single candlestick. And the third one is the multiple candlestick pattern. Now, when these three things happen, I have a very strong confluence of good substantiable points. Okay. When these things happens, I have the conviction, I have the confluence of three substantial points. जिनके अंदर कुछ substance है, कुछ story है, कुछ proper analysis है. So this is how you make a strategy. Now when I will mark a support level, now अगर यहां पर ये सपोर्ट लेवल है, हाउ विल आई नो दैट दिस सपोर्ट, द प्राइस हैज रिस्पेक्टेड दिस सपोर्ट? अगर इस सपोर्ट पे जब वो आया, अगर एक ग्रीन कैंडल बन गई, then it means that the prices are now pushed upwards from this support level, which means that it has respected this zone. It means it has respected this level over here. It will respect, it will not respect, but if this thing happens, it means that it has respected the support level. Now if this green candlestick is Marubozu candlestick, I have my second conviction as a single candlestick pattern and a support level. Now, if the previous red candlestick was this, it means that this Marubozu candlestick has eaten up the whole body, the whole selling pressure of the previous candlestick. So, ये multiple candlestick pattern भी follow कर रही है यहाँ पर, which means that now I have the confluence of three strong points, which is great. This is how strategy is formed. I'll take you. और एक और चीज थी वहां पर, that when the support turns to resistance or the resistance turns to support, it is called as the change of polarity. Okay, remember the term, the change of polarity. मैं आपको चार्ट्स पे लेके चलता हूं. It will be fun to watch. Okay, wait a minute, अभी मत करना. Let who defines the support levels? I will show you how the support levels are made. You can see with your naked eye the support levels if you spend some time on the charts, on seeing the charts. Okay, let us do it together. Now this is a chart of Zeal Entertainment. I will pull down a weekly chart because more longer the time frame. Weekly chart means that each candlestick is now representing 1 week. Daily chart means that each candlestick is representing 1 day. Okay, that's it. 15-minute chart means each candlestick is representing the 15-minute time frame. Simple as that. Now if I talk about Zeal over here, जितना लंबा टाइम फ्रेम होता है, it means a lot of noises are absorbed within a week and represented by just one candlestick. So the noises are less the more longer the time frame is. Now, Rakshita, tell me, do we need any kind of external help, or just with the naked eye we can see that this is a strong level जो रिस्पेक्ट होता है यहां पर 165 के पास? कैन वी सी? यस, अराउंड ही होता है, क्योंकि एक पर्टिकुलर लाइन नहीं होती, जोन ही होता है. वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई विद योर नेकेड आई, यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई दैट. इसमें क्या लगेगा? इसमें थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस लगेगी, जस्ट थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस लगेगी. मार्केट आवर्स के बाद यू हैव टू स्पेंड सम टाइम ऑन द चार्ट्स एंड मार्क द लेवल्स. ओके, आई विल गिव यू एन एक्सरसाइज आल्सो. नाउ हियर द प्राइसेस, यहां पर देखो ध्यान से. यहां पर देखो. Now this level was acting as a support. Now here it is the change. Here it does not take support. It does not take support at this level. और उसने हमें इंडिकेशन भी नहीं दिया. उसने हमें यहां पर इंडिकेशन भी कोई नहीं दिया. When it reached this level, it just cut down this level. We will not enter over here. Obviously, we will not enter over here क्योंकि यहां पर कोई भी prices तो ऊपर की तरफ push हुए ही नहीं. So why will enter over here? Then it became the resistance, and then it again became the support. Now, at this point, when we are on the 7th of October 2019, we don't know that it is a support level. ये तो पहली बार यहाँ पर form हुआ होगा ना. The next time it took a resistance at this particular level. Now, after this point, we know that okay, this is an important zone over here. This is an important level over here. Now, the third time we can put the trade. क्योंकि सपोर्ट का मतलब क्या है? सपोर्ट मींस दैट द प्राइसेस आर बीइंग पुश्ड अपवर्ड्स फ्रॉम दैट लेवल. जब पहली बार उस लेवल से प्राइसेस ऊपर पुश किए होंगे, At that point we don't know that it is a support, right? अगर मैं यहाँ पर टाइम ट्रैवल कर लूँ 7th of October 2019 जब उसने पहली बार उस पॉइंट से अपने प्राइसेस को पुश ऊपर की तरफ पुश किया, I didn't know that it will act as a support level in the future, right? जब वो एक दो बार एक्ट करेगा, then only I will know that okay, it is acting as a support or the resistance level, it is acting as a demand supply zone. Yes or no? जब वो ऑलरेडी एक दो बार कर चुका होगा वहां से डिमांड सप्लाई का खेल खेल चुका होगा, तभी तो मुझे पता लगेगा कि वो एक जोन है, इंपॉर्टेंट जोन है. यस और नो गाइस? अगर नहीं समझ में आया, कोई है जिसको नहीं समझ में आया, एक बार मैं फिर से बता देता हूं. ओके रक्षित, सी ऑन दिस. So the prices are falling down, and at this particular point the prices are pushed upwards. It again come back to this point. Now again the prices are pushed upwards. Now when the third time it will come, then only I will keep an eye, right? Because जब मैं यहां पर हूं, इस दिन में हूं, जब वो प्राइसेस को पुश करेगा upwards, I don't know that it is a support or not. When the second time it will do, then I will know that okay, it is a support level over here. Then third time I can place a trade if my confluences, if my convictions happen, right? यहां पर कैसे मैं ट्रेड प्लेस करूंगा? यहां तो मुझे पता ही नहीं होगा कि ये सपोर्ट पॉइंट है या नहीं है. ये तो ट्रेड मेरे हाथ से छूट ही जाएगा, ऑब्वियसली बात है. यहां पर भी नहीं पता होगा. जब ये दोनों पॉइंट्स एक्ट करेंगे एज अ सपोर्ट, देन आई विल नो दैट ओके, दिस इज अ सपोर्ट लेवल. देन थर्ड टाइम आई कैन कीप एन आई ऑन इट. राइट और रॉन्ग? This is a weekly chart, okay? This is a weekly chart. The support resistances happen on the 15 minutes time frame, daily chart, weekly chart, every time. But as a practice, if you want to find support and resistance, start with the weekly or the monthly time frame, क्योंकि वहां पर डेटा बहुत क्लियर होता है और सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस में आपको आसानी होगी फाइंड आउट करने में. बट रक्षिता, फर्स्ट आंसर मी दिस क्वेश्चन कि ये आपको क्लियर हुआ जो मैंने आपको बताया अभी अभी? ओके, ठीक है. जब एक पर्सन है, दिस इज अ मोटो जीपी स्टार्टिंग, सपोज अ पर्सन पहली बार वो फर्स्ट आया, किसी को किसी का नाम नहीं पता. ओके, नाउ व्हेन द ओलंपिक्स हैपेंड, ओके, एंड द ओलंपिक्स हैपेंड, like many of us didn't know about Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra secured the gold spot, right? The second time in the world championship he again secured the gold spot. अब third time थोड़ी मे बी ऐसी टर्म बोलनी नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन अगर मुझे बेट लगानी होगी तो मैं नीरज चोपड़ा पे लगाऊंगा, राइट? क्योंकि मुझे अब पता है कि यार बंदा अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है. दैट इज द सेम सिनेरियो. ऑलराइट, नाउ सी, one time support, then it acted as a resistance, good level. Now third time it came down to this level. Okay, now third time it came down to this level. All right, अब यहां पर देखो ध्यान से. Yeah, probability is with me third time. Great. Now this candlestick pattern, can you see this candlestick pattern over here? This red candlestick, then followed by a green candlestick. This is at the support level. This is at the support level, right? This green body candlestick is almost a Marubozu candlestick, and it is also the piercing multiple candlestick pattern, right or wrong? It has a good body green candlestick, and it is also engulfing the previous 50% of the red body candlestick. यहां पर मैं एंटर कर सकता हूं और क्या होगा देख रहे हो? प्राइसेस नीचे आ जाएंगे. सो उसके प्राइसेस नीचे आ जाएंगे तो मेरा यहां पर ट्रेड नहीं चलेगा, विच इज एक्सेप्टेबल. नाउ अगेन सी, now again it reached at this level, bottom of this level with the red candlestick. Now again there is a candlestick which is a good body green candlestick engulfing more than 50%. यहां पर मैं एंटर कर सकता हूं and now I will be in profit. वैसे तो यहां पर जब मैं एंटर करूंगा then also my stop loss will not hit because obviously I will have my stop loss below this level. Why below this level? Because this level is providing the support. So I would want to exit when my support is broken, and it has not broken my support. So पहली बार में भी मेरा लॉस नहीं होगा, ultimately it will be profitable, but okay. All right. So now at this point, it is the green candlestick, the green body candlestick. It is engulfing the more than 50%. It is piercing more than 50% of the previous red body, and it is at the support level. यहाँ पर मेरी entry बन जाएगी. Now again, Do we have a clear entry at this point or not? Do we have any candlestick pattern happening when it again reaches the support level? Yes or no? No, doji is happening, but after the doji, there is no good candlestick, right? It has a very long wicks and a very small body over here. After the doji, there should be a good substantial candlestick, but it is not there. It is a very few body, very less body and a good green wick candlestick. Good wicks, large wicks and a very small body. So यहाँ पर मैं एंटर करूंगा तो मुझे प्रॉफिट ही आएगा, लेकिन मैं नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि मेरा ट्रेड सिस्टम नहीं कहता. सो आई हैव टू बी वेरी पर्टिकुलर ऑफ माय सिस्टम. ओके. All right. All right. Now see. Now it is in the downtrend. A doji is made over here. And then it follows a green body candlestick with a good body and almost no wicks. Now my entry is over here and see. I can gain something from this. This is a hammer candlestick but no multiple candlestick pattern, so it is up to you कि अगर आप सपोर्ट और हैमर की कन्विक्शन के साथ जाते हो तो आपको यहाँ पर सही ठीक ठाक प्रॉफिट मिल जाएगा, लेकिन मल्टीपल कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न ये नहीं है. Okay, it is not any multiple candlestick pattern because it is not piercing through 50% of the body even. So it is up to you, whatever strategy that you form. According to me, I will not enter over here, but it is my strategy. जो मेरे 3 conviction थे उसमें follow नहीं होता. That's it. Now again, a small profit over here. Now again, can you enter over here? A downtrend, a doji, and a very good green candlestick. A very good green candlestick over here. Yes or no? Yes, we can enter over here and have some profit. Now see. Now if I stretch it to the current time, see what is happening. It has pierced it. Sorry. It has pierced it. And now it has made a green candle. And it is again reaching this level. So अगर इस level पर आपको एक green candle, it is not a trade recommendation, okay? It is not a trade recommendation or anything, but I am just telling you, it is a must look out for. क्योंकि ये अभी support level के पास घूम रहा है. If you get a clear indication or it follows your strategy rules, not mine, then some of you might be interested in this trade, okay? अभी कोई trade नहीं है, obviously बात है. तो मैं ऐसा बोल भी नहीं सकता कि बिल्कुल अभी जो green candle मैंने खरीदना नहीं, नीचे आ सकता है वो, obviously नीचे आ सकता है. लेकिन अगर मेरे जो convictions है, then according to me, I will wait for a good green candlestick engulfing the whole previous red body, and then I can make my trade. This is me, okay? How do we know how much profit to book? वो depend करेगा आपकी risk to reward size पे, okay अखिल? That if you are having a risk to reward ratio of 1:1, suppose you are perfectly okay in losing 1,000 rupees per trade, then you can have a risk to reward ratio as 1,000 rupees profit or 1,500 rupees profit or 2,000 rupees profit. Suppose you are the one who are right most number of times, then even with the small profit to loss ratio, you can be a profitable trader. But suppose if you are someone who has a lot of patience, but it's right in lesser number of times, slightly less number of times. अगर कोई बंदा है जो उससे 45 बार सही होता है, 55 बार गलत होता है, तो उसके लिए क्या फायदेमंद रहेगा कि जब भी वो सही हो, वो एक large amount of profit book करे, so that he can remain profitable if we talk about the 100 trades. So क्या आपकी होनी चाहिए risk to reward ratio? That depends upon you. First have the 50 trades, 100 trades with very small quantities and see what is happening. See if you are a patient trader or if you are right more number of the times. अगर दोनों हो फिर तो कुछ भी करो. समझ में आया अखिल? So first, there is no definite answer. I exit the trade when I have 1,000 rupees loss and I wait till 1,500. This is my thing. Okay? But if you are someone who has a lot of patience एंड यू अल्टीमेटली तो मार्केट का पूरा मोमेंटम तो अपसाइड की तरफ ही जाता है. अगर हम लोग पिछले काफी सालों का डेटा देखें तो अगर बहुत ज्यादा आप में पेशेंस है देन गो फॉर इट, गो फॉर द हायर रिवॉर्ड, बट देन यू हैव टू बी पेशेंट फॉर मोर नंबर ऑफ वीक्स, फॉर मोर नंबर ऑफ डेज. ओके, एंड इफ यू आर समवन हु इज राइट मोर नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स, कि मैं तो 60 बार तो मैं सही प्रिडिक्ट करता हूँ चीजों को, उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए बहुत डिसिप्लिन होना पड़ेगा। जब स्ट्रैटेजी आएगी, जब 3 के 3 कन्विक्शन आएंगे, जब 4 के 4 कन्विक्शन आएंगे, या जब 2 के 2 कन्विक्शंस आएंगे, व्हिच एवर यू हैव मेड, whenever those convictions will happen, only then you will enter. That will increase your win percentage. और तब आप जल्दी भी एग्जिट कर सकते हो, कम प्रॉफिट में भी एग्जिट कर सकते हो, क्योंकि आपको पता है ज्यादा बार सही होते हो। सो दिस थिंग यू हैव टू डू, 50 ट्रेड अपनी कॉपी पर लिखो, एंड देन ओनली यू कैन फिगर इट आउट। नाउ सी, आई विल टेल यू हाउ गुड सपोर्ट इज, हाउ गुड सपोर्ट इज, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। See this Tata Motors chart over here, this is a weekly chart of Tata Motors। मैंने यहाँ पर सपोर्ट के ऊपर ट्रेड किया था टाटा मोटर्स को। Can you see how beautifully it respects the support level? Now, Rakshita, tell me, can you figure it out with the naked eye? Can you figure it out? Even if I close this, even if I hide this, okay? Just by seeing the graph, just by seeing the graph, can you tell that this is a support level? Yes, you can. You can tell this is a support level, right? Around 400. This is support level. Now, when it will reach the support level at this point, I don't know that it is a support level. It again reached. Now I know that this is a support level. Now the third time, I can make my eye on it. Now see what happens. Is it a good body green candlestick having the piercing multiple candlestick pattern at the support level? All three convictions over here, yes or no? Good body green candlestick at the support level having the multiple candlestick pattern of piercing candlestick, right? I can enter over here and it can give me some gains. Now this thing happens, no clear indication of any pattern. हालांकि ऊपर गया, मैं कुछ भी बता दूं कि इसमें एंटर कर लेंगे, ऐसे ऐसे हो जाएगा, प्रॉफिट आ जाएगा, लेकिन नहीं आया है प्रॉफिट, लेकिन मैं नहीं एंटर करूंगा। दिस इज माय सिस्टम। नाउ अगेन दिस थिंग हैपेंस ओवर हियर। नाउ फर्स्ट रेड कैंडल, then a green candle. This green candle is not at all absorbing even 20% of the previous red candle, so I will not enter. Again red candle at the support level. Now this green candle is absorbing the whole previous red body candle. अब इसके क्लोज के ऊपर मैं एंट्री कर लूंगा अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिस्टम। अब मुझे महंगी पड़ेगी ये एंट्री, यहां पर सस्ती पड़ रही थी, यहां पर महंगी पड़ रही थी, बट दिस इज माय सिस्टम ओनली। सिस्टम के हिसाब से चलूंगा, देन ओनली आई विल बी डिसिप्लिन्ड। प्रॉफिट कम हो, घर छोटा होगा, गाड़ी छोटी होगी, लेकिन मैं खुश रहूंगा। सो वही वाली एनालॉजी है, ओके। सो एट दिस व्हेन आई विल एंटर ओवर हियर and I can make some gains, even if it happens like I could be a break even. And then again this thing happens, a doji, and after the doji followed by a good hammer candlestick pattern over here, a downtrend, a doji, a good hammer candlestick. I can enter at this point and see what happens. A good rally. और तो और ये भी चीज है, एक चीज और आपको दिखाऊंगा मैं। This is a good resistance level, yes or no? सही resistance level है ये? It was earlier the support level and then it was continuously a resistance level, yes or no? Can anyone, again, every one of you type in the yes? Yes, it is the good resistance level over here. Now what happens when the resistance level gets broke? Breakout happens. Now breakout happens. Now अगर इस breakout के ऊपर भी पकड़ते, then also it was good. Okay? अभी तो कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है, नेर तो अभी कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है यहाँ पर, ठीक है। अभी और कोई स्टॉक्स देखते हैं। How to find stock to trade according to the system? Manually find a stock is very difficult. Pankaj Kumar, there is one suggestion. Like if the Nifty is trending up, Nifty 50 is trending up, then obviously not all the sectors are pushing it up. There will be some sectors pushing it up, some sectors will pushing it down. अगर Nifty 50 overall ऊपर जा रहा है and some sectors are pulling it down, it means that the other sectors are highly active, are highly on the bull run. Find those sectors, and in those sectors, then find the stocks. इट इज द ग्रैंडफादर फादर सन स्ट्रेटजी, इससे बोलते हैं कि पहले आप ओवरऑल देखोगे निफ्टी ऊपर जा रहा है, देन यू फाइंड आउट द सेक्टर्स व्हिच आर पुलिंग द निफ्टी अप, और फिर उन सेक्टर के स्टॉक्स को आप ट्रेड कर सकते हो। दे विल गिव यू अ बेटर ट्रेडिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज। ओके, नाउ दिस इज द चार्ट ऑफ एस्कॉर्ट्स। अभी करंट में तो यहां पर कैन यू सी ओवर हियर, it took support from this point, now again taking support from this point, and now when the third time it will reach, we can have an eye on it. Okay, we can have our eye on it. So this thing, it can happen. Now let us, now what about the granules? Okay, can you see just by the charts that this was a good support level? Yes, taking support, acting. Now, when the support breached, you see, this is the beauty of it. When the support breached, does it give you any sign of prices being pushed back upwards? Did it give you any sign of prices being pushed back upwards? See, on this, no, no, right? Here in this rally, यहां पर सपोर्ट ली ऊपर गया, यहां पर सपोर्ट ली ऊपर गया. जब यहां पर इस पॉइंट पे सपोर्ट नहीं ली, तो उसने कोई साइन भी नहीं दिया. So when you will have your eye upon it, अगर आप genuinely wait करो of good green candles, your winning percentage could be much higher. अब यहां पर क्या होगा? even me, मैं यहां पर ट्रेड ले लूंगा कि यार जल्दी एंट्री हो जाएगी, सपोर्ट तो वो फॉर्म कर ही लेगा, लेकिन असल में नहीं होगी. असल में वो सपोर्ट ब्रीच कर देगा, देन आई विल कर्स द ट्रेडिंग. ओके, आई शुड हैव कर्स्ड मी कि यार मैंने तो वेट तो नहीं किया ग्रीन कैंडल का. तो इसीलिए if you patiently wait, you will be able to buy it a bit expensive, but your win percentage could be a lot better. Now here you see, now this is the, now here you see this thing. This was the green candle over here, red candle and the green candle. Now this green candle is at the support level, but not making any multiple candlestick pattern. So ideally यहाँ पर कोई trade point नहीं बनता according to हमारी strategy जो हमने अभी discuss किया, और बिल्कुल सही भी रहा क्योंकि वो आगे बढ़ा भी नहीं. Now here it gives you good hammer pattern, this hammer candlestick engulfing the previous red body, and here it gives you some minimalistic profit. And then this red body candlestick followed by a green body candlestick which totally engulfed the previous red body, and you were in huge gains at this point of time. So अगर आप patiently wait करो, it works. Alright guys, so how many of you find the lecture interesting? Would you care to mention in the chat box if you find today's lecture interesting, if you had some new learnings about it? Pankaj Kumar says it is interesting. 100% Akhil says awesome, great. What about you, Nakul? What about you, Rakshita? How did you find today's lecture? Did you learn something new? Did you learn about the strategy? Yes, support level acts as our base point to buy the trade. Obviously, support level acts our base. यही होता है. This is how we figure out the demand zones. All right. So practice a lot in the aftermarket hours how to draw the support levels. Very, very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rakshita. What about you, Nakul? Would you care to mention something in the comments? एक और चीज देखते हैं अगर मैं बता सकूं तो. POW2 will help you to have some knowledge about the candlestick patterns and all. POW3 में proper चीजें हैं to draw the support levels, resistance level and the breakdown levels. Okay, so yes, it will you guys will work upon it for sure. So that I will ensure. Okay, now if I what about the Nifty? What does Nifty says? Nifty क्या बोल रहा है? देख रहे हो यहाँ पर? Can you show my screen over here? This level was the resistance level. Resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, resistance 4, resistance 5, and when it breached, it became support. It became support, right? Yes, became support. This is called as, what we call this? What we call this? Please type in the chat box. Rakshita, Pankaj, Akhil, Nakul. I told you what it is called. Becoming support, resistance becoming support, support becoming resistance. No, it is called as a change of polarity. Breakout happened, and after breakout, when this resistance became this support at this point, see, at this point it became support, it is called as the change of polarity. Resistance becoming support, or support becoming resistance. Now this thing here, Now this is the resistance over here. It also has the potential of becoming support. Okay, so we could have our eye upon when the Nifty approaches this level if there is any correction. नहीं तो अगर वो ऊपर ही बढ़ता जाएगा तो ऊपर के पैटर्न में कोई ना कोई वही सपोर्ट फॉर्म करेगा. All right. So this is how we analyze the markets. This is how we analyze the markets. Can you see how strong the support and resistances are? Can you see over here in the CNX Nifty auto chart? Here it was resistance, resistance, resistance. It break out and then it became support at this point. थोड़ा सा बड़ा कर दूं अगर मैं. It resistance, resistance, and it became support at this point. Okay, and now can you see? Can you see this point? What are the three candlestick pattern? What are the three conviction that it is following? First is support, second is candlestick, and what is the third conviction? Good body candlestick support. What is the third? Multiple. What is the name of this multiple candlestick pattern? Piercing. Yes, this is the concept. This is a general concept, Pankaj ji. The change of polarity concept. Yeah, the piercing candlestick pattern. Now see, when it happened, it satisfied our all three convictions: support, good body candlestick, and the multiple candlestick pattern, and the prices went upwards. अब एक काफी बड़ा मूवमेंट है, मूवमेंट ने ब्रॉड बहुत ब्रॉड किया हुआ है तो नजर नहीं आ रहा. इट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 12,300 to 3,000 13,400. Obviously a 1,000 points move over here. Okay, and then it again reaches support level. Downtrend, a doji followed by a green hammer pattern stick, green candlestick pattern, and then again it was a huge rally upside. So this is how important the support and resistances are actually. Okay, this is how important the support and resistances are. Can you tell me that this was again a good support pattern? Yes or no? Yes, it come to support, it went down, it went up. It come down to support, it went up. So this is how the support is very, very strong. Okay, I'll tell you about the Tata Motors. The last is Tata Motors, and then we will wrap up with the class. Okay, Tata Motors का मैंने आपको बता दिया. ठीक है, ठीक है. Tata Motors का it is a textbook. Yeah, all right, class. I will upload the proof of works, and in next session we are going to back test this strategy, and you will be amazed by the results. और हर चीज मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, उसमें आप लोग ही मुझे गाइड करोगे कि अकॉर्डिंग टू द थ्री कन्विक्शंस दैट वी फॉर्म्ड ऑफ द मल्टीपल कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न ऑफ द सपोर्ट एंड द रेजिस्टेंसेस एंड आल्सो ऑफ द सिंगल कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न, अगर ये तीन मिल रही हैं तो मैं बाय करूंगा चीजों को, वहां पर एंट्री लूंगा और कॉपी पे नोट करूंगा, एंड वी विल हैव अ प्रॉपर बैक टेस्टिंग सेशन. साउंड्स गुड? साउंड्स इंटरेस्टिंग? जहां पर स्टॉप लॉस हिट होगा वहां पर स्टॉप लॉस भी हिट होगा. हर चीज प्रॉपर रियल टाइम तरीके से करेंगे कि अगर हम लोग उस दिन वहां पर होते तो क्या ट्रेड लेते, क्या ट्रेड नहीं लेते. नो मोर कन्विक्शंस, जस्ट लाइक अ रोबोट वी विल एग्जीक्यूट. All right, guys, meet you in the next session. Thank you so much. Bye bye.